Hi everybody, I am Manik Mondal and from our channel Literature Study at Home, I welcome you from the core of my heart. So as you can see, today we are going to discuss another set of MCQs, and this time we will discuss the MCQs from the unit short story. Okay, so your first question stands out like that: who is the narrator in Edgar Allan Poe's The Telltale Heart? The Telltale Heart is a short story written by Edgar Allan Poe, and here narrator is not mentioned with its name. Rather, he is an unnamed, unreliable individual. Okay, your option C is the correct answer. Next question: what causes the narrator to confess his crime in the story The Telltale Heart? So, what was the cause? What was the reason that narrator confesses his crime? He confesses due to the sound of the heartbeat grows unbearable. Now, question number 3. What event shocked readers in Shirley Jackson's story The Lottery? Which event shocks readers in the story The Lottery by Shirley Jackson? It was the lottery, which is revealed to result in a stoning. This is the reason that reader was shocked. Now, what does lottery symbolize in Shirley Jackson's story Lottery? It symbolizes blind adherence to tradition. Question number 5. In The Gift of Magi, what does Della sell to buy Jean a gift? So it is her long hair. Now, question number 6. What is ironic about the couple's sacrifices in The Gift of Magi? We have already come across that the both sacrifices cancel the usefulness of their gifts. Option B is the correct answer. Option C. What reason or rather what lesson does Mathilde learn in The Necklace, a story by Guy de Maupassant? So, what does Mathilde learns in The Necklace? So, he learns that appreciation and discipline. So, Mathilde learned appreciation and discipline. Now, question number 8. What is the primary symbol of necklace? The primary symbol of necklace is nothing but a fake necklace. Okay. Now, what causes the narrator's obsession? In The Yellow Paper, fine example of a psychological thriller. So, what causes the narrator's obsession in The Yellow Paper? So, it was the pattern which is there in the house of her room, that is the wallpaper, the pattern in the wallpaper. Question number 10. What does the wallpaper symbolize in Charlotte Perkins Gilman's story, The Yellow Wallpaper? So, what does the wallpaper symbolize? So, wallpaper symbolizes the oppression and madness that was caused by the patriarchal norms and society. Question number 11. What transformation does Gregor Samsa undergo in Franz Kafka's The Metamorphosis? The Metamorphosis is a fine example. So here, what does the protagonist Gregor Samsa undergo? He undergoes a transformation and become a gigantic insect into cockroach. Right now. Next, question number 12. What does Gregor's alienation symbolize in Franz Kafka's The Metamorphosis? So, what does Gregor Samsa's alienation symbolized in Franz Kafka's The Metamorphosis. It is that is the society's rejection of the disabled person. That is the reason. Next, who is the antagonist? Who is the antagonist or villain in the most dangerous game? The most dangerous game featured the antagonistic character of, that is, General Rajolv. Okay. Question 14. What is the primary theme of the story or short story, The Most Dangerous Game? So, in The Most Dangerous Game, the primary theme is morality of hunting. Morality of hunting. Now, question number 15. In The Dead is a kind of short story by James Joyce. In the story The Dead by James Joyce, what revelation changes Gabriel's perspective? So, this incident changes Gabriel's perspective, and obviously it is his mortality and unfulfilled life. Okay, that is the option, question number 15, option B. Now, what does the snow symbolize? What does the snow symbolize in James Joyce's short story, The Dead? It is obviously morality, mortality and universality. So, what does the snow symbolize in Joyce's The Dead? Mortality, death and universality. Now, next, question number 17. What central theme that Flannery O'Connor explored in her short story, A Good Man is Hard to Find? What is the central theme here we find in A Good Man is Hard to Find by Flannery O'Connor is that redemption is achievable and that can be achieved through the process of grace. Now, question number 18. How does the grandmother in O'Connor's story meet her end? So, how does grandmother in O'Connor's story, A Good Man is Hard to Find, meet her tragic end, meet her end? So, it is due to the Misfit's Hand by Misfit's Hand. Now, question number 19C, that is 19, that is, what is Bartleby's famous line? Bartleby's famous line. Bartleby is a central character in Herman Melville's Bartleby the Skinner. So, the Scrivener rather, in the Bartleby the Scrivener is the finest short story ever written by Herman Melville. So, here what is the famous line spoken by Bartleby? And it is, I would prefer not to. Okay. Now, come to question number 20. What does Bartleby's behavior represent? Bartleby's behavior represents that he is resisting to societal expectation. He doesn't care about the societal rules, regulations, etc. Now, question number 21. What is the primary act of revenge in The Cask of Amontillado? This is a short story written by Edgar Allan Poe. So, what is the primary act of revenge in the story The Cask of Amontillado? So, it is the, what can I say? It is the, it is the Walling Fortunato, alive in a catacomb. Okay, so we have the character Walling Fortunato who is alive in a catacomb. Okay, that is the reference. Now, next, what is the main theme of Edgar Allan Poe's The Cask of Amontillado? The Cask of Amontillado is a story dealing with the theme of deception and revenge. Just like we have found that Walling Fortunato, who is not died, rather alive in a catacomb. It's kind of story of deception and revenge. Now, in Ernest Hemingway's The Snows of Kilimanjaro. The Snows of Kilimanjaro is one of the finest short stories written by Hemingway. What does snow symbolize? What does snow symbolize? So, snow is a representative of death and purity in the story. Come to question number 24. What type of irony is most evident in The Ransom of Red Chief by O. Henry? The Ransom of Red Chief is one of the finest short stories by O. Henry. So, what type of irony is most evident in The Ransom of Red Chief by O. Henry? It is called situational irony. So, we have situational irony in The Ransom of Red Chief by O. Henry. Question number 25. In Monkey's Paw by W. W. Jacobs, how does the family suffer after their wishes? So, in the Monkey's Paw, how does the family suffer after their wishes? They lose their son in a tragic accident. That is the family suffering. Now, question number 26. In the Telltale Tale, not 3 times tale, rather the Telltale Heart. So, in the Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe, what ultimately leads the narrator to confess the murder? So, what ultimately leads the narrator to confess about the murder? It is the sound of an old man's heartbeat. Okay, now to question number 27. What does lottery symbolize? I have already discussed in Shirley Jackson's story. The lottery symbolizes the dangers of tradition. Now, which prized possession does Della sell in The Gift of Magi? Obviously, that is her hair. Okay, so I think these are the repetition of the question. So I'm sorry extremely. Just 25 questions for today. Okay, from short story. The rest of the questions will be discussed later. Okay, so keep this on only 25. The remaining questions are repeated, so that's why I did not notice it. So wait for the next series.